Hi. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about leadership skills. That's very important to success, is that we have leadership skills. And one important part of leadership skills is delegation, using a whole team, being a team and making a team effort. And as a leader, you need to delegate. Sometimes you need to delegate. And whether it's in business, you can delegate things to people under you, or whether you're a parent and you need to delegate responsibilities to your children, or whether it's a church calling or a civic calling that you need to delegate to. Delegation's a good thing to learn. Okay, so first off, delegating is not a weakness. It is, and the old adage that says, oh, if you want anything right, if you want anything done right, you have to do it yourself. Well, that's not always true, because other people can maybe do a better job than you can. Oh my gosh. Is that amazing that somebody could be actually better than we are? Anyway, so realize that it's important for everybody to grow and everybody to learn. Okay, so first off in delegation, you want to have the task fit the person. Like, you don't want to have somebody little, like a small child, say if you're a parent, that you don't want to have them do a task that their bodies can't do yet. Like, I used to always put our dishes in the bottom drawer in the kitchen, because setting the table was easy for a small child to do. So I wanted them to reach it to be able to set the table. So that was something they could do. And whatever it is, make sure that it's the task that fits. But it doesn't always have to be something they're really good at. One of my first church callings that I ever got, I didn't own a piano, and I was 12 years old, just got put into the young women program of our church, and they asked me to play the piano for young women. I didn't know how to play the piano, so I explained the situation to our church leader, and he said once a week I could come to the church and learn from Mr. Van Cott. Very scary guy, but he was really sweet after I got to know him. Anyway, and he would teach me the notes and on the piano and on the paper, and so I would learn one hymn every week, and I played the piano. Well, that has served me well throughout my life. Not that I'm a great pianist now, but I'm just saying that you can learn things you don't know how to do, and you can delegate things to people, things they don't know how to do, as long as they're willing and as long as they want to do this and they realize this is something that we could do together. Anyway, you want to give them exact directions, so that if you're telling them to, say it's a civic calling and you want them to make a poster, okay, or well, you could do advertising in business, or church calling a poster for an activity. So there's lots of times that you could be making a poster. Okay, so say you're doing a poster for somebody, you want to give them exact directions, like this is the time and the date and the location, here's the information that has to go in the ad or on the poster, and here's what we want it done, and it needs to be out by this time in a timely manner, and here's the directions. But don't tell them to make it yellow or pink, or don't tell them, add pictures. Give them some authority. Don't micromanage every single detail or take it back as soon as they make an error. It's okay to fail. Edison was a great success. He said, I know several thousand things that don't work. It's okay if people fail. And you've got to be okay with that too, because you had to fail 100 times to get to where you are, to learn and be adept at what you do. Okay, so let them fail and be okay with that. So don't micromanage every single detail. That's hard to do, especially with children. Oh, make your bed. It doesn't have to be marine quality, bounce the dime, in order for it to be a good effort. You need to be able to acknowledge the effort of that child, and don't redo the dishes and redo the bed or redo the lawn, whatever you had them do. Let them realize that their effort was worthwhile and it is good. Okay, so the next thing is, make sure when they do a job, if you take the blame or you give the credit. So if it was a bad job, it didn't work out or whatever, and you have to report to someone higher than you, then the buck stops here. You took the blame. It's okay. I'm sorry. We'll try to do better next time. Our team will try to do better next time. You don't have to point fingers at them. Don't blame them. You just go ahead and take the blame yourself. But if they did a great job, oh, Cindy did a great job, or John did such a good job. And then you want to be able to, again, know their mode of love language. You know, if there's touch, maybe you want to hug them and look them in the eye and say, thank you so much. You did a fantastic job. That was marvelous. Or maybe you want to give them a gift like an award, or maybe you want to show them praise by putting up something saying they were the employee of the month, or maybe you want to do something for them that acknowledges them. So when you delegate, remember, it's not a weakness. And it's not, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to be so overloaded, and you don't need to feel guilty that maybe they're overloaded, because maybe it's something that they really want to learn and do. And maybe it's something they want to learn. So in delegation, it's important for children, for civic, for church callings, for business, that we can delegate wisely and make sure that we fit the task to the person. We don't micromanage the task, but we give them exact directions, and then we either take the blame or give the credit. And I hope that helped.